What's going on, everybody? So, we are here at Scarlet Monastery, and I'm going to be healing on my priest. Now, this is the first time I've been doing a live recording since Sky Self, rest in peace, died in the library of Scarlet Monastery. I had a lot to say when I died in Scarlet Monastery. It's very unfortunate that I could not speak my mind at the time. If you watch that video, there's a lot of things that went wrong in that dungeon, and I still stayed in that dungeon. There was a time in that video where I actually inspected the tank because the tank was entirely taking too much damage. There was a point in the video where I wasn't even able to heal the tank. Maybe it was my mistake. I was a little too far away, or the tank was just dying so fast that the other druid had to step in and heal. The chemistry was just not right in that group, and there's two things that I learned from me dying from that dungeon run. The first one is inspect people. You have to inspect people, because if you don't inspect people and you just assume they know what they're doing and you assume they have the right gear, you could potentially die, which you saw in my video. I wind up dying. Level 35, pretty good geared self-found druid has now been killed. So now I'm working to get that druid back up. I'm sure it won't take very long. We'll start recording videos with our druid. Still debating if I'm going to do healer or tank or boomkin, but that remains to be seen. So number one, inspect your party members. You're playing on a hardcore server, you only die one time. If you really want to make it to level 60, there are going to be times where you have to bail out of a group. It sounds really sketchy. It's better to leave a group knowing that you tried and you can see that it's not working, versus doing what I did, sticking it out, trying to get the last boss killed, and then you have the hardest group in the dungeon come all at you, and that tank just melted. I just couldn't do anything. I was even trying to go into bear form just to try to mitigate some of the damage because he wasn't pulling threat very well. And it just wasn't going well. I mean, it was going well. The guy was pulling mobs like he was geared. He was not geared. He knew the dungeon, he just wasn't smart about his pulling. I mean, I was doing well healing, it's just he was taking so much damage. So number one, inspect. Number two, and this is very important, buy all of your skills, Skyloric. You need to buy your skills. I have a lot of experience with the majority of the characters that I play. Druid and Warlock are my least experienced characters. So when I was running, I didn't realize that I didn't have the right spells, because I'm super stingy as a self-found player. I like to hold on to my gold. Well, that got me killed too. I couldn't run. So I learned that I have to buy skills, especially for a character that I'm not very experienced with. I think the druid is the most I've died since I've been recording. Well, actually, yeah, this is the only time I've died since I've been recording on my druid. But I've died before, prior to me recording. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do this dungeon run. We're just doing SMGY, and we are doing library. So, I need to inspect this tank before we get started. Now, he's self-found, Mr. Turnstone, and we're already pulling mobs, and I don't have any MP, so this is a great start already. Let's inspect Mr. Tank. Oh my goodness. Why are people like in here wanting to tank with leather on? Oh my goodness, man. Alright, so we're going to see how this goes. If Mr. Tank is taking too much damage, we're leaving. We're not playing the try to save everybody and carry people that are not geared well through dungeons, because I'm not trying to die. So, while we were in the other group, did this guy really use retaliation? Oh, this is not good already. This is not good already. I'm just gonna let these guys know after we do graveyard, I'm out, because I'm already in a group with Champ, and he was already in one of my videos prior. I think video 92, episode 92. We wound up formatting library, but it was just such a really hard dungeon to run when the DPS was not really that great in the first place. And then number two, he wanted to sap animals. You can't sap animals. It just doesn't work that way. I still haven't gotten my mana yet, you know. Oh boy. I have no mana. Please wait. Alright. Yeah, so it's really hard to heal these tanks that do not have the gear, man, to be tanking. Like, look, I gotta get up because there's a pack coming. I'm not gonna risk getting killed here. I'm not even eating the right fish. Alright, I'm gonna roll. 19. That's great. Didn't win. Okay. Yeah, these guys just, they're taking too much damage. We're not even doing that much. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this happen again. It's not gonna happen again. At least not in Scarlet Monastery. I'm gonna let them know. Bro, you're tanking in leather. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just letting them know now. I'm not going into the library. You guys can find a different healer. I'm not going in there with a tank that doesn't wear mail. Like, I understand you're self-found, but bro, why are you not wearing mail? You can buy mail. You know, the other thing I learned too is you have to speak up. When you're playing on hardcore, you have to speak up. Because I found that sometimes I'm in a group where people will just leave, but they'll say they're leaving for a certain reason. So I'm leaving because we are not trying to get killed. I'm not going to sit here and heal a freaking tank that is not wearing, you know, at least mail. Just not happening. I mean, look. Okay, you got this on. You got that on. Okay, but now you're wearing leather. You have leather boots. What else do you have? You're not wearing a shield. You guys are not even paying me any attention. They haven't even responded to me leaving. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stay. Unless they say, are you gonna really leave? Then I'll stay. I just don't want the same thing to happen again, that's all. But he's doing a pretty good job. I just wish he wasn't wearing leather. I'm gonna ask him if he has a shield too, because people need to wear shields. Now, if I was playing on my paladin or my priest, the time that I was healing that krill core, that tank was just not great. I was saying to myself, if I were to have played on my priest or my paladin, would have I survived? And I think if I was playing on my paladin, I probably would have been able to just straight heal through all that. It would have been really hard, but I think I would have been able to do it. On my priest, I don't know. The reason why that guy died, and it was partially me being in bear form, because the last few pulls, if you guys watched the other video, he wasn't holding threat very well. So instead of me trying to, heal myself and heal him, I was going into bear form, and there was another druid in the group that was actually healing, helping me heal too. Oh, that's a good upgrade there. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. So rest in peace, Sky Self. Sky Elf is on the way, and we're gonna get Sky Elf to level 60. All right, let's keep this moving. So we're doing pretty good. I know I'm a little paranoid. I've been a little paranoid too because I almost died on my hunter on my other video where Max decided that he wanted to just run away from me when there was an enraged mob, and I'm like not trying to lose it. If I'm going to lose another character, at least not like the next day. Just no way. Oh, well, this buff doesn't really bother me too much, or debuff. It doesn't bother me too much because I'm not getting hit, so we're good. Oh, I'm surprised Mr. Champ has nothing to say today. He's usually making some slick remarks, but he's staying quiet. I guess it's because I was on my warrior, Sky Found, and I'm on my healer, Sky Heals, and he probably doesn't remember, and that's okay. I just want him to do the best that he can, get the DPS in. Alright, so we have the decurse, and the druid has not one time gotten rid of the decurse. If you're a druid or a mage, you can, oh there we go, finally, you can decurse that Veil of Shadows off, and that will help me keep the group, or at least the person that has the debuff, on alive. If the person's getting ready to die and they have that debuff, it's going to be very hard for me to keep them alive. Alright, hopefully the offhand drops and I can win it this time. And oh man, I got to come back here again and do this. Alright, well, hey, this is where it gets interesting, because nobody has said one word to me about me leaving, so I guess I'm on mute for everybody. I mean, maybe they don't see me. I don't know. Alright, we're going to the library. Alright, so we made it into the library, and one person's AFK, and that's alright. We're just going to keep pulling anyway. Alright, well, I see that the tank has been through Nomer, and he's gotten the two-handed axe, which is a really nice weapon. But these warriors really need to get on the ball with wearing a shield. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, man. It's like riding a bike with a helmet. Alright, why are you pulling all of them? Why'd you pull two groups and a pat? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I'm now getting stunned. Alright, cool. At least the druid gets into bear form. I think that other druid, the last video where Sky Self died, was not trying to help at all. I definitely have to say, like, yo, that was not a great pull, man. Like, what you doing? Yeah, that wasn't a great pull, bro. Don't talk crap about, hey, get on the skull. You pulled 2 groups in a pat. Come on, turn. What's up with you, man? First you're wearing leather, now you're over here crying about people not being on the X. Pull one at a time. What are you talking about? You pulled 2 groups and a pat. And you pulled right next to the entrance. What are they gonna do? They're gonna wait? Bro, stop pulling so many mobs, man. Yo. This is really getting messy. I mean, this hallway is kind of tough, but he's just not pulling. He's not pulling smart. No, you guys don't understand. Like, homeboy is not wearing a shield. He's got leather on. And this is library, and these mobs are going to be level 35 and 36. And I think the highest we have in here is the rogue, who's 37. The tank is 33, and he's not wearing a shield. I don't understand, like, why are you trying to pull so many more mobs? Just take it slow. I mean, I'm already not drinking. You're not looking at my MP. Alright, I'm gonna have to get a smoked fish after this, because like, he's not... I don't know where the mage is. Oh, he's lagging. Okay. I did see him skipping around here and there. You need to skip on these fireballs. Hurry up. Because this tank is going to die. Because he's not watching my mana. Oh, boy. It's just so funny that I'm encountering these tanks that are not geared, man. Like, you don't have to be super geared, but just have the right stuff on. Like, if you know you're going to tank, have mail on. If you know you're going to tank, try to have stats that are focused on stamina. If you know you're going to tank, have a shield. Have a one-handed weapon. I mean, that's what I do. I make sure I'm prepared to tank. So if I do pull, you know, an extra group, it's not like I'm dying all crazy. I can handle it. Alright, so we're going at a good pace. I like it. You know, we don't have to pull quickly. We don't. We can do the group by group by group. We don't have to double pull. We don't have to do that. Especially if you're not geared. If you're a geared tank and you're like spec'd and protection, or you're just doing a ridiculous amount of damage, you know, that's one thing. But if you're just under geared and you're just trying to get to level 60 and you want to get a quest done in the dungeon and you're a tank or you're a warrior or you want to play the tank role, like, at least have the right stuff. Like, don't depend on me to get you through it. Like I don't mind healing, but if you're just dropping like a sack of potatoes, you know, then there needs to be something said. I just think it's funny that nobody has said anything about me leaving. They just acted like I didn't say shit. Is he still... Oh, wow, man. For you to not be self-found, why are you still using this weapon? Go in the auction house and buy something, bro. Yeah, let's go. Oh, rest in peace. Do another one. See what I'm saying? Like, these guys dropping. Give them a regular heal. I haven't crit, so I was expecting at least one of them to crit. Usually if I do 3 heals, I get one to crit. I'll bubble this fool real quick so he's even dying. I know how it is to be a fire mage, so I get it. I'm too low. I have to work on my herbalism soon. I really feel like I need to switch everybody to engineering, but that remains to be seen. Alright, this hallway could be a little dicey too because there's a pat that usually pulls in normal groups that I'm in. Most people are not trying to... They're not trying to have crippling poison. Yeah, it's champ if ever got crippling poison. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably never gotten it. He still is using a level 19 weapon from SM. So I mean from DM. I don't have mats. Bro, just go to Stormwind and purchase a few of the mats and get the tools. I still see stuff running. We have a fire mage. We have, you know, feral druid, and we have a warrior, and stuff is still running. I think we're gonna be fine. I don't think we're gonna have an issue doing this one. I don't know why everybody's getting... Look at this. We have a mob all the way over here. What's happening? The mob just sitting there trapped. Alright, 10 minutes on the buffs. So I'm gonna start buffing if his damage isn't going, if he's not taking too much damage, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to have to stop. I want to keep going. I think we got past the worst part, and the only pull we have to worry about is just the last room, and I feel pretty confident that Turnstone has worked his way for me to be able to say he's going to be able to do fine now. Even though he's wearing 2 leather items, that's fine. Hey, I won the roll. Alright, hopefully I can get the loot, and hopefully this time, because this is the same thing that happened in episode 92, where they unlocked the chest, and I couldn't get any loot, even though I won the roll. Alright, thanks a lot, appreciate it. This time I actually get what I won. Hopefully it's something nice. Okay, so at least I got a green, so that green's going to allow me to get my money pool a little higher, get some extra bread, because, you know, when you're self-found, you can't use the auction house to buy and sell. You have to get everything through in-game. And I can't trade, and I cannot use the mailing system. Alright, weather. Maybe I'll win that. I'll be able to use that to increase my gold. You know, every little bit counts. Guess not. Well, Turnstone got it, and he's self-found, so grats to him. You know, self-found is a very difficult challenge, so you gotta respect it. It's very hard to get gold, as you could see if you watch my video where Sky Self died. I think I had about 35 or 36 gold on me versus this priest who's level 35 and I have 10 gold. So it's just about the journey and how what you get and what you don't get really plays a factor in your character, especially currency. You know, I was really greedy. I was saving money for a mount when I should have used the money to get skills. So I think I learned that, and I'm going to definitely do that, especially on a druid next time, because dash would have been a lifesaver, but I don't think I had it. Alright, looks like the group turned around here. We're doing really good. Usually when I am DPSing as a healer, that means that the group is doing very well. I mean, that's what it normally means to me. So if I can sit here and start wanding, we are doing very, very well. And now he has a good LOS. We have to watch the mana burn from the diviner. Well, at least I have to watch it, because that's where it can get a little tricky when it comes down to healing. You know, he's not really taking a lot of damage anymore, which is great. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe he put on his mail gear now. But yeah, the diviners, they'll mana burn. So you want to make sure that you see, there goes the mana burn, LOS. Okay, they interrupted. That's good. You don't really have to, like, if I'm tanking and I notice that the DPS is not interrupting a lot, I will make sure to interrupt the mana burn over the fireball. But when I'm healing, most of the time, DPS are not really controlling the casting much, so I will just do my best to go ahead and just give him a renew real quick. I'm not sure what happened there. Here we go, to try to keep them back thing. Bro, if you had crippling poison, you wouldn't have to worry about that. I'm gonna tell him again. I need to hurry up. Oh boy, I need to work on my typing skills. Yeah, I'm just saying, bro, like if we're gonna keep dungeoning together, you might as well take my knowledge. I mean, that's, you know, get the mats then. Get the mats, bro. Stop saying you don't have it. Get the mats. What does playing a fire mage have to do with anything, bro? I'm talking about your character. You are a rogue. We're talking about what you can do, not what the mage can do. The mage is already using, you know, stuff to keep stuff from running away. He's already using Frost Nova, bro. Like, he's doing what he needs to do, Mr. Champ. Alright, I have to start buffing people now that we're doing so good. Alright, so once he gets a little bit of threat, I'll go ahead and start buffing. I'll buff one at a time. Alright, there goes the mana burn. A good interrupt. Alright. So I have buffed myself. I'll buff Turnstone next. Just checking to see how much damage he's taking. Yeah. And yeah, the other thing about the other warrior, now that I mention it, is that that warrior was Fury Spec, man. So that warrior was just taking too much damage already, and the gear was just not good. Just have to throw that in there. So we're almost done with this dungeon run here. We're doing really good. I'm not going to get to level 36, but I'll get pretty close. So I'm really happy about that. And hopefully we'll be able to get to everybody. We'll hopefully be able to get everybody to level 40, and then I'll focus more on my druid, unless I get no groups, which usually doesn't happen. Usually there's always a group here and there. But we'll get the druid back into the lineup. Really debating if I want to do healer again, DPS, if I do DPS, boomkin, or, you know, kitty, or even tank. I mean, look, if you're watching it, if you're enjoying this, why don't you go ahead and tell me in the comments what you want me to play as, and I definitely will give it a try. If you enjoyed me as a druid healer, and you want me to do that again, I'll go ahead and give it a try. I mean, I'm always here to learn more about the game, and, you know, as you can see, I died probably because I didn't have the right spells on as the cat. So maybe I need to practice as being a DPS and having that bar up more. So just let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, so Turnstone is still pulling very well. I guess he was very receptive of just kind of pulling one at a time, and that's good. You know, we can definitely do any dungeon as long as you meet the right level and you actually listen. And in order for people to listen, you have to speak up. You just have to do it. Nothing wrong in not being mean. You're just expressing how you feel so that you don't die. Alright, there goes the mana burn. Good interrupt there, priest. Not priest, I mean mage. I'm the priest. Alright. Okay, everybody's taking damage, so we'll throw out 2 Holy Novas. That will get everybody up. And that should be good. I shouldn't have to worry about doing any more healing for this pull. Because we're all fighting a chaplain. They're just going to renew half of the time. Alright, now I'm going to buff. Oh, I need to buff him now. I'm just going to buff everybody now. Fade. I'm stuck on the wall somewhere. Good LOS there, my friend. I was talking crap about you, but now you're showing me that you know what you're doing. I really need to buff everybody. One more buff. Going out. Okay, good. Alright, let's see what he does. Is he gonna pull? He's pulling and I have no MP. That's how you know people are not watching the healer. Like, you're pulling, I have no mana. I mean, we're gonna be fine. But it's just like, you gotta pay attention. Remember, we're playing hardcore mode. We die one time and we have to start from the beginning. I prefer not to start from the beginning, but if I have to, I will. But if I'm going to die, I have to learn from my death, which I did learn a lot from my last death. Do I drink? I do drink. I'm just not going to drink right now because Turnstone decides that he wants to keep pulling. Why am I going to drink? I think he's confident with me not having mana while he's pulling, so that's good. And this is where things got a little crazy last time, so I still have a little PSD from it. But I think we're good. I think with this group, we're going to be able... Oh! Let's put this on you right now. Give you a quick flash heal. And we'll go ahead and renew you, Mr. Champ. Alright. Now, if I didn't have any mana, that would have been pretty bad. But because I have such a high amount of spirit on my priest, 161, you know, I have additional 90, just about. You know, I'm regenerating so much. Plus, I have my well-fed buff. So, things are looking good. I can't really use Holy Nova too much because I don't have that much MP. So, I'm just going to renew a few times. And then, because there's only one mob left, I can just go ahead and DPS. I'll go ahead and give you a quick... I'm just going to give you a renew. The mob's already dead. Alright, we have a strong lockbox here. We have a rogue that probably can't open it. But it doesn't matter because I can't use it anyway since I'm self-found. You know, self-found adventurer, unable to trade, use the auction house or send and receive most mail. So, you know, anytime I see a lockbox, I don't get excited unless I'm on my rogue. We're going to go ahead and give him a heal, and hopefully it crits. No, just a regular heal that time. Oh my gosh, man. I just healed him one time, and there was a mob coming to me. We need to tab, target, sunder. Tab, target, sunder. That's it. Just get 1 or 2 in, and that won't happen to me. Alright, it's locked. Let's roll. Ooh, high rollers over here. 43. Alright, well, I didn't win that one. Alright, so we opened the chest. I didn't win. Now we're going for the boss. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give Mr. Turnstone a renew. We're going to give him a regular heal first because he's already going down halfway. Oh, I'm silenced. Crap. That means we're standing way too close. Right. Okay, good. I'm glad nobody was taking damage because I wouldn't be able to do a thing. I'm silenced again. You got to move the mob away from us, man. It's too close. All right, at least nobody died, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna need on this one because this is so much better than what I have on right now, statistically. It's just better. And I won. Yeah! Alright. Okay, so we came out of this group successful. We got ourselves an upgrade. I think I've done this already on my priest, yeah. Right, I did Cath on this priest, yeah. Alright, so we were able to complete this run today without any casualties. Rest in peace, Sky Self. We miss you. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that are coming in the future. Thanks again. You have yourself a wonderful day.